Good novatos, thanks again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast, yet again, San Jose, California. So we're just riding around. There's no dual cam today, just a quick little video, trying to make it quick. So let's just get into it, alright? What is Gap? As far as additional services, when you buy a brand new Harley, or maybe a used one, they're going to offer you, of course, the additional services. I already have a whole playlist on dealership tips. I believe that's what the playlist is called. Now, I've discussed forever tires. I went over ceramic coating, the prepaid maintenance plan, ESP. So now we're talking about Gap, and you're probably wondering, what is Gap? Why do I need it? If I have insurance, or if I'm, obligated to pay for insurance, because if you're purchasing a financed vehicle or you're financing your bike, you will have to get full coverage. So why do I need Gap? Why? Why add more to my payments? Now, Gap is different. Your insurance company will cover the cost of your bike, but that depends on how much you owe on the bike. All right? So you could have probably added some of those additional services as ESP, maybe ceramic coating. Maybe you added a couple bells and whistles, kind of like my bike. Maybe you added, or maybe you had the dealership add this stuff onto your bike. Now, you could do that. You could build the bike with the dealer. They're going to offer you different services. They're going to offer you different parts, and they're going to offer you all kinds of different things. When I bought my bike, let me try to get this. When I bought my bike, they gave me the tour, and then everybody kind of took a turn at me, seeing if I wanted to add anything onto my loan. So when you apply for a loan, the dealership will see how much you qualify for, and then of course they always give you a little bit more just in case you want to add stuff onto your loan. Now, you can add gear, which is helmet, jacket, gloves, riding gear, whatever you want to add. You could add, performance parts, a stage 1, a stage 2, or even a stage 3. You can add a 124 to your loan, depending on how much you qualify for. You could add up to maybe about $10,000 worth of goods. So that's where Gap kind of comes along. So if you were to get into, a wreck on your bike, and like I said, you have insurance, that's fully covered. Sometimes, depending on your coverage, there's, typically insurance companies, they won't cover mods or aftermarket parts or whatever. Is this an undercover cop? I don't think I've ever seen one like that. So if you owe, let's say you were to get all of this stuff, some of the aftermarket parts that I have, it totals about, probably, I'd say maybe I probably have about close to $8,000 worth of mods on my bike. So, and if I were to add that to my loan, then I would owe about $28,000, $29,000 on the bike, with, of course, the purchase of the bike. So then if I were to get into a wreck or total my bike, or if, somebody were to steal my bike and then total it, the insurance company is only going to cover what the bike is worth. So at the end of the day, if you were to no longer have your bike completely totaled, the insurance company is only going to give you a certain amount, and they're not going to give you what you owe on the bike. All right, with that being said, Gap will then take care of the rest. That way you don't owe anything besides, you're pretty much free and clear on the bike. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what that is. It's just Gap will take care of the stuff that you still owe. So if you were to, pay market markups and the dealer fees, like some of you guys are seeing out there, some of you guys are paying for the dealer fees. Some of you guys are paying for the markups, depending on what kind of bike you're getting. You're probably looking at, maybe $7,000 or $5,000 on top of the MSRP. Now, those $5,000 will not be covered under your insurance. Yes, they'll cut you a check of the value of the bike, but you're still going to owe those $5,000. All right, so that's pretty much it. You guys go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, is this something that you probably should consider? It depends on what you owe. It depends on what you're financing. You know, when you're getting the stuff from the dealership or from the dealer, you're paying, of course, markups. You're paying a percentage on markups on the parts, on the labor. It just adds on to your costs. And I always mentioned just some of these additional services are not, worth it. But it just depends on, it depends on if you have time. Anyways, enough rambling. You guys stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's risk, get out there and ride. Later.